Zabulani Khumalo is not backing down, not after losing in court, not after being expelled from the very party he founded, and certainly not after Jacob Zuma took control of the Umkhonto Weesizwe party. Today, Khumalo is calling the MK party crisis what he believes it truly is, a hijacking. According to him, this is not politics as usual. It's a story of power, betrayal, forged documents, and a battle over millions of rands. And at the center of it all, former President Jacob Zuma. Khumalo, the man who registered the MK party in September 2023, insists he's still the rightful leader of the organization, despite a series of devastating legal defeats that appear to have sealed Zuma'S grip on the party. In a candid interview with Newsday, Khumalo said the party was originally created to give a voice to South Africans who felt abandoned by the political system. A platform for the unheard, a movement outside the status quo. But everything changed the moment Jacob Zuma entered the picture. Khumalo claims that once he engaged Zuma to help boost the party's visibility, the MK party was hijacked. In his words, "We were hijacked by a man called Jacob Zuma and his daughter." According to Khumalo, the takeover did not happen through elections or internal democracy, but through forgery and manipulation of IEC processes. He admits that he agreed to allow Zuma to become the public face of the MK party in order to attract votes. But he insists and repeats this strongly that he never resigned as party president. Khumalo says he personally wrote to the Independent Electoral Commission explaining that the party's directors had decided to use Zuma'S image on the ballot paper. But the EEC rejected the request, pointing out that only the party leader's face could appear. That rejection, Khumalo claims, is where everything went wrong. According to him, Jacob Zuma and his daughter, Dudujile Zuma Sambudla, allegedly submitted a letter to the IEC stating that Khumalo had resigned, clearing the way for Zuma to step in. Khumalo says bluntly, "I never said I'm resigning from the party." Yet soon after, the consequences were swift and brutal. Despite being listed second on the MK party's parliamentary list, Khumalo says that once Zuma'S leadership was formally recognized, he and his allies were expelled from the party by April 2024, just 1 month before the elections. What followed was a legal war. In May 2024, the Electoral Court dismissed Khumalo's application to invalidate Zuma'S leadership, ruling that he had no legal standing since he had already been expelled. The court also noted that Khumalo failed to provide expert evidence to prove that his signature had been forged. Further attempts to reclaim his seat in parliament were thrown out by the Western Cape High Court. And by October 2025, the final blow came when the Constitutional Court dismissed his urgent application, effectively cementing Zuma'S control over the MK party. For many, that should have been the end of the road. But for Khumalo, it wasn't. "I can't let go of my baby to a thief like Zuma," he said. "It's my baby, I can't let go." His anger isn't only about leadership. It's also about money. Khumalo accuses the current MK party leadership of running the organization like a personal piggy bank, claiming there are no financial controls and that party funds are being misused. According to him, money meant for the party is allegedly being diverted to fund Zuma'S legal battles and lifestyle. These claims gained further weight when former MK party Secretary General Floyd Shivambu made explosive allegations of his own. Shivambu claimed that at least $7 million is being withdrawn every month from the party's coffers. He described the party's finances as a complete mess and warned internally that such withdrawals could get the MK party deregistered. According to Shivambu, every Secretary General who raised concerns about the finances was eventually removed from leadership. Since its launch just over 2 years ago, the MK party has gone through 9 Secretaries General. In August 2025, the MK party itself admitted it was in deep financial trouble, sitting with at least $28 million in debt, with independent auditors flagging serious concerns. Khumalo insists the R7 million figure is only the surfaces. He claims that far more money is being transferred to certain individuals behind the scenes. The MK party has strongly denied all these allegations. They describe Khumalo's claims as false, self-serving, and disruptive, insisting that he no longer represents the party and that Jacob Zuma remains its legitimate leader. They have dismissed Khumalo as irrelevant and described his continued legal challenges as misguided. But Khumalo says he is far from finished. After being denied direct access to the Constitutional Court, he now plans to approach the Supreme Court of Appeal. And his words remain as fiery as ever. "We are waiting for the date," he said, "and I'm pretty sure this time Zuma and his stupidity will go to the bush." Khumalo says his vision is to reclaim the MK party and return it to its founding principles, without what he calls Zuma'S chaotic influence. In his final words, he makes one thing clear. Jacob Zuma belongs in the ANC, not in the MK party. "It's my party," Khumalo was. And this political battle? It's far from over.